What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to the Royal Honey Podcast. We are here today to talk about something very, very special: divine relationships, divine intimacy, and more or less just sacred methods that we have personally used, but also that we would just recommend for couples and for people who, are looking to deepen their intimacy within their relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So to start, I hope you guys have had a wonderful and beautiful week, because we certainly have. As you can see, the little one is definitely
asleep.
Not. Took a little while though. She must have done when we were going to be filming. But yeah, pretty much today I'd just like to share some things from my perspective as a man, from the male perspective, and obviously would love to have you share from a female perspective. But yeah, I know that just in terms of sex and all of that stuff, I feel like nowadays the main focus isn't on the deep connection between male and female, or male and male, female and female, whatever it is. I just feel like it's more fleshly based, opposed to actually caring about the person that you're exchanging that kind of energy with. And it's very
like the meaning behind it's different nowadays.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I can't judge it because as I've evolved and come into a deeper understanding of myself, I just know that intimacy and sexuality overall has changed for me in the way that I want to express it, and the way that I would want to have it be within our relationship.
Right.
And not the leading main focal point within the relationship, but more or less an integrated part of the whole of the relationship, because it's important to be able to express yourself with your partner, and
right,
in that way.
Yeah, I agree. And just like other aspects of life, it's all equal,
Absolutely.
So that's what I feel like it's good with in a relationship, is to have all different facets with them.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? There's sexual intimacy, and then there's regular intimacy, quality time, or just doing things together, or
Absolutely. Yeah, because definitely everything is making love, not just the physical act of penetration. Yeah, everything is making love, eating, cooking a beautiful meal together, conversing together. I remember during my solo time, before I met you, I just realized everything was sex. Everything is the exchange, because that's what sex, sex, represents. It's the soul exchange. That's why it's very important to be careful who you share that energy with, because everybody isn't necessarily deserving of that energy, because that's the most intimate part of yourself. And you never know what another person might be carrying that you can take on because you're in the mix with them. And I'm just glad I'm out of that sphere.
Right. You don't think that way anymore.
And yeah, but everything is making love and having sex, having beautiful conversation, cooking a beautiful meal, going places, like you were saying, just sharing those moments and exchanging that energy. Even this is a form of making love, because it's both of us coming together to create something that
we enjoy, and
Absolutely.
And same with Augie. Now we have another form of love with that too.
Yeah.
It adds into the whole family intimacy kind of thing,
Absolutely. And I know something that's also been a very strong practice of mine is semen retention. Um, it's something that I personally took on. Like, yeah, it was never a part of like the whole no fat movement or anything like that. I just really delved deep into my spirituality before I met her, and it was a practice. And the longest that I had gone is close to a year, where I did not release at all. And the benefits for me, it was just more or less just energy, I guess you would say, just built up energy. But I was also in a different place, so I definitely say, now while I'm in this space where I do still avidly practice semen retention, even with being together, because I know that the release of your chi, the release of a man's seed, is his life force energy. And I just pay attention to how I feel when I do release, opposed to whenever I hold it, and even we make love or share intimate moments, to be able to practice that, to breathe, to actually center ourselves through tantric breathing, and just really just loving one another from a space other than just a carnal act is, it has blessed me to loving her deeper. And whenever you don't release that energy is still built, and it's just constantly circulating within your body, and then you can use that to either channel it up and off the energy back through your centers, or you can put it into something, transmute that energy into any activity in your life that you want to make better. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talked about sexual energy transmutation, and just it's the most potent energy ever. If that's all I can say.
It makes sense though. Like, people chase the act of sex so much, but don't realize like what energy they're putting towards it, when they could be putting it towards something else.
Yeah.
Not like taking it away, but again, like using that energy and not releasing or something like that.
Absolutely.
And some people just don't think at all about it.
Yeah.
So it's not even in their thought process.
Because mainstream media doesn't promote it.
Right.
They're promoting.
So what?
They're promoting, get it quick, do it in a sock, just whatever.
Or do it with as many people as possible, or whatever.
And it's being perverted whenever it's one of the most beautiful acts. The most beautiful thing that you can do with a person is to make love with them, and to open yourself up energetically with them. And it's one of those things. It's not just about, I'm gonna get this nut off real quick, and then, because once you both release that energy, you just released all of the intimacy. Because then I know, as men, you release that seed, you're no longer interested in sex, and shoot, a lot of times you might not even be attracted to the person that you just had sex with anymore. Like, that attraction goes. And with women, I can't speak on that, but I feel like regardless, if you release that type of energy, you lose a part of yourself. And so many minerals, so much nutrients within your seed, your body will naturally secrete it should it need to secrete, whether it's in your sleep or should you need to make a baby.
Right.
We think we control all of these things, yet we don't control them at all in terms of like procreation and things like that. We've talked about just like the ability to have a child and to create another being, and how the alignment of two different people plays a big factor into that, because you're bringing another being into the world, and it's essentially another version of yourself. It's super deep. It's so many levels to it, but
it is. And what excuse me, what you were saying earlier about, like, how it is for women, like, with men lose attraction, I think it's, I wouldn't say, for me, I guess I'll say, it is different, because I feel like when I have sex or release, like, with you, I want more, like, it'll be more, like, my attraction gets higher.
Yeah.
For me. Because I guess it builds and builds and builds the relationship. But, again, women don't release the same as men, so it's a different, like, you guys are actually getting rid of stuff, and women don't do that, so maybe that plays into part of it, too. So, that's just how, I feel like a lot of women are like that, too, because I feel like I've watched or read something on it saying how women, like, if they are intimate with someone, they're, like, focused on that person because, like, their ties with them or whatever.
Well, you also have to think, too, like, women, you guys are receiving the energy.
Yeah.
You're receiving that person inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
As the male is the output, he's the you guys are the input. You know, you're receiving where the thing that's going inside it. So I can definitely see where, like, emotions and where I know the female energy, you guys are very tapped into your emotional field way deeper than most men, the majority of men who are, you know, as aware with themselves and vice versa. Because I feel like it's all awareness. It's not about, because I'm a man, this, or you're a woman, that. It's not about that. It's about awareness and just appreciation for one another, for what we are and who we are. And I definitely feel I receive what you're saying in regards to the deepening. And with me, you know, regardless, just with the intimacy with us, I just feel like, you know, me holding my seed, it creates that energy and that tension of appreciation too. You know, it's a level of appreciation to where I have self-control. I'm not letting the carnal desire just take over my body and just release.
Because I used to be buck wild in college and all types of stuff.
Like, where, you know, before I was conscious of what I was doing, and then, you know, you evolve and you grow, and then you really sit. And there's nothing wrong with releasing. There's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. It's just once you become aware of something and you can consciously change it, and you actually pay attention to how you feel, then I feel like it's good to honor those feelings and honor that type of stuff. But yeah, I definitely, as we've grown and we've elevated and communicated, you know, it's just a level of respect. Having a kid, having a little baby and a baby girl definitely has changed my perspective wholeheartedly as well.
For sure.
You know, just
about everything. And also, yeah, we have to show by example too. We want to show her how to love and like that love is okay. We don't have to be all stern and stuff with each other. Mommy and Daddy are allowed to kiss in front of you, hug in front of you.
Love in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, say I love you. Like, I know I've seen people and know of people who don't even say I love you to one another, or, you know, when they get off the phone or anything. It always warms my heart whenever I hear I love you. Like, you know, because that matter. Those 3 words matter. And whether it's an intimate relationship or just, you know, whatever relationship.
You care about someone, Yeah,
love is important. And again, that's what true divinity is. Divinity is love. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts, just love. And that's also too why I don't necessarily judge. You know, I can't judge another person's sexual choices or preferences, because we've all been, you know, where we are, and where we are is where we need to be.
So whatever they think is
yeah,
right, or
that's
feel
it.
right, it's right for
It's
them.
right. Yeah, it's not a. There's nothing wrong with it. But just from our personal journeys, we definitely want to share with you guys in terms of, you know,
like how we feel
how
about
we feel,
things. And
how, you know, what we've done throughout our relationship
mm-hmm.
to better our relationship and come to a deeper respect and understanding of one another. So, and of ourselves, because
That's true. We've learned a lot about ourselves in these.
Because it all starts with self, as we always say. It all starts with you. It starts with you, and yeah. But anything else you want to share? Because that's pretty much. I just wanted to talk about just being more or less the divine union of man and woman, the divine union of being and being, where the carnal doesn't necessarily lead. It's a beautiful expression, but it doesn't lead with that, because if you lead with that, you'll end up empty.
Right, you're chasing something instead of looking inside and sharing with someone.
Yep.
That's the difference. You don't want to be chasing, you want to share it with
absolutely
your person.
Feeling all drained and shit because you've laid down with the wrong person.
That matters.
That matters. It matters.
People, whether you think it or not, that person's going to give you energy.
Or take energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
it's an exchange.
Yeah.
You're giving to that person, that person's giving to you, and what they give you, they might not. Even with sexual transmitted things and stuff like that, I believe that is spiritual as well. I believe those are spiritual things.
Yeah.
Like diseases of any type, it's all dis-ease within the spirit.
Yeah.
And something that's out of balance and out of harmony.
I mean, that makes sense though. Because it's like, even if you want to get scientific, it's like out of balance and out of harmony with that, know. So it's like the same. That makes sense.
So you pull that type of energy into you, and especially if alcohol and all that stuff's involved, or substances.
That goes judgment out the window too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make you think correctly.
Yeah, it's a whole.
Or safely.
It's a whole different pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But again, not here to judge, but definitely we observe and we've experienced things. So, and from our personal experiences, the wisdom, that we've personally gained.
And again, like you said before, we're aware of it.
Absolutely. And that's the main thing, is to be aware.
Mm-hmm.
And because awareness, I was having this conversation too, awareness brings compassion. Because when you're in it, you don't see it that way. But when you're out of it and you're able to view it from a place of, I know where that person, or not that person, but I know where that thought process can come from.
Where it's coming from, yeah.
I get it. So yeah, compassion. But anything else, my love?
I think so. I feel like pretty much summed it up.
Yeah, sums up what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And just practices that we do. We sit with each other. We, hand on heart.
Mm-hmm.
Take breaths.
The breathing.
Tantric breathing. Looking one another in the eyes.
Or even also doing the act of taking a shower together.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Or even brushing your teeth together.
Brushing our teeth.
It's something intimate that you don't usually do with people. It's really nice to do with someone that you love.
Yep. I love it.
Yeah.
Because it's all making love. And then once you actually get to the act of the physical, that's the creme de la creme of of that.
It just adds to it.
It does.
Yeah.
It's just the expression of that. And again, it's beautiful when you truly love the person and you exchange that with that person. And then on top of that, create a life, and a little life, but then a life, a reality you co-create together is also beautiful as well. So
Incredible.
So to all the beautiful couples out here, and even the single people, regardless, we wish you nothing but love. We wish you nothing but prosperity, balance, harmony, and overall just, everything that's positive that we can ever wish a person.
Mm-hmm.
We wish it for you. We wish it for your partner. And just learn, grow, expand, and continue to be in divine balance and divine harmony with one another, and your love will grow and flower and blossom and be set ablaze. And yeah,
Peace and love.
peace and love. Oh no! Oh.